Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Hey, no one. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, 50 to mark, 50 to mark.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They'll run on first down. Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming. Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on, D. Motion.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. We got to get the ball.
He'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Protein spill.
Slam, 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 slam.
Smash.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
No.
Fair. 80 weapon.
Back to throw. Short. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, Hall. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
54 is mine. 54 is mine. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, tank.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
All right. X3. 218, chopper.
All right, let's get there. Check 43.
Hey, Delta.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. 3 buzz. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
There.
On 1st and 10. Short. Got a man, that's Richie James. 10 yards, good for his Saints' 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Ringer, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Keep it up, keep it up.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line.
Topper! Topper!
50 seconds to Mike.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down now, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh! 6-6, bullet high!
Kill, kill, kill! Turn up! Kill, kill, kill! Turn up! Under 10! Under 10! 10!
Protein spill!
Hey, tighten down, there you go.
Let's go!
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me. And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys.
And he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And from the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Buzz.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. You got nothing today.
Go.
Throwing on second and long. Stick. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
And brings up third down.
Come on, set. AT Gator. General West.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 57. Mike, 57.
Ready?
Third down, they'll throw with stick. The killer here, it's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll set up the screen for Freeman.
You ain't going nowhere.
So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Down to lose one. Hey, 50.
Stick looking to throw on first and 10. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
57. Too little, cut. Nice 57.
On second and 10, it's Stick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Just like that. Deuce.
Hey, Zoo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they give this time to the tailback. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Right there. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready, set.
Mike, 57. Check Mike, check Mike. Strong right, strong right.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run. Devontae Freeman. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
50, plant. Topper. Ready?
Right back to him on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now stick. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Check 37, check 37.
Bravo. Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 9, check.
Hard.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
58, right over there, right over there. 58, right there. Oh, yeah. All right.
2nd and 11. Steps away to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
And the Bills first down.
Hey, watch roll. Hey, 58.
On first down, Swift. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Give me that ball, Susan. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 58's the money. 58's the money.
2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Complete to number 80. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 58, boys, 58. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Bills 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
61, matchbox light. Get it.
On second and inches. Stiff. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 13. And a
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Curry. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Ready. 58 for Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Sponge.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
To the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be
ball. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stick back to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Ready, ready.
A shotgun throw for Stick. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. As they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, set. 60 or.
I'm coming after you. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Score.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.